There's a pond on Martha's Vineyard, and that's where he was found. They had to get a team out there and look through the waters, and then they found him that way. Now, if you can get a whole team to go in the water, and the whole team is okay, but going on the water and finding his body, then there obviously wasn't any big animal or anything in there, like a big sea monster, that was like eating people. You know what I mean? So, this is a channel about conspiracy and mystery, and there is a lot of content for me to cover. And every day, something seems to be happening around the world. And I am going to dive in deep to conspiracy and mystery, and I'm going to help you understand it from my point of view. Of course, the disclaimer is that everything that I share on this channel, every video is purely for entertainment purposes only. Thank you. So let's go ahead and dive in deep to this conspiracy and this mystery of this second chef who was found dead. This is not the first time this has happened in the White House. This is the second time. So let's go ahead and dive deep into this one, guys, because this one is a doozy. I'm a murderer. Tafari Campbell was a professional chef under the President Obama when he was president. And then after he left the White House, after Obama left the White House, Tafari followed him to his house and was his chef there. So Tafari was 5'10", 45 years old, I believe, and was a good family man, a good guy. He was caring, he was a family guy, and he was a very talented chef, very good chef. So, and also I want you to note that Tafari was not a stranger to water. He was a good swimmer, in fact. There's a video footage of him swimming, and he is doing a very good job. This whole thing bothers me. So if you fall off into water, big deal, you swim, right? I don't get it. So he's just gonna fall off and then not come back up? When I fall into the water, I do everything I can to get up, to surface. I don't understand. And he was a really good swimmer too. In fact, he was doing this, swimming really good. So he was obviously a really good swimmer and knew how to do backstroke and front stroke and all that to, get to the surface, right? There's a pond on Martha's Vineyard, and that's where he was found. They had to get a team out there and look through the waters, and then they found him that way. Now, if you can get a whole team to go in the water, and the whole team is okay, but going on the water and finding his body, then there obviously wasn't any big animal or anything in there, like a big sea monster, that was like eating people. You know what I mean? So there was another guy who was with Tafari when he was paddling and doing his, on the paddle boat, I guess. You're tied up on the bottom, your feet are tied, your feet are tethered, or they're, whatever. They're attached to, they're tied up onto the paddle boat. I guess he wasn't, for some reason. He wasn't tied up to the boat, and he fell off, and there was somebody with him. I don't even know how that's possible on a paddle boat. Was he standing up behind him, maybe? He lost balance, they say, and he fell off. His friend, or whoever was with him, said that he didn't resurface.
Posting that she was, quote, heartbroken yesterday. Campbell had posted videos of himself practicing swimming on social media several years ago. He served as a personal employee of President Obama for years. The pair first met when Campbell worked as a talented sous chef at the White House.
What you do is you take the beer bottle and you basically let it fill all the way to the top.
In 2015, Campbell was in the kitchen when Savannah spent the day with President Obama at the White House for Today.
Tafari, you're just making a mess, man.
No.
Look at that.
Can't get myself together.
You're a little nervous. Savannah's making you nervous.
In a statement, Mr. and Mrs. Obama say their family is heartbroken by the news, adding, Tafari was a beloved part of our family, creative and passionate about food and its ability to bring people together. We got to know him as a warm, fun, extraordinarily kind person who made all of our lives a little brighter.
Pay attention to this next part here.
Authorities say there was a second paddleboarder on the pond with Campbell who saw him go underwater. It's not clear who that person was. State authorities and Edgartown police are leading the investigation. And
Weird that he went out late at night with no gear. They are saying he was a trained swimmer. He must have felt completely safe. You could see the video that he was a good swimmer. There is no way he died paddleboarding in a pond. There is a lot more of this, and there is a lot more to this that's missing. Yup, I agree. Poor brother opened the wrong door at the wrong time and seen Big Mike. Anyway. He may have found something or saw something that he shouldn't have. What do you guys think? This is the second chef. Let's go into the first guy who passed away, Walter Scheib. Walter Scheib, okay?
Her chef. Okay, so let's take you back in time. As the Obamas mourn the loss of their personal chef, some individuals on Twitter have been quick to point out a previous tragedy involving another White House chef. Make this bigger. In 2015, Chef Walter Scheib, who was hired by First Lady Hillary Clinton during Bill Clinton's administration, also lost his life in a drowning incident in New Mexico.
Former White House chef Walter Scheib has been missing since June 13th when he went hiking alone on a mountain trail in New Mexico. Conflicting reports say he was later reported missing by a family member or his girlfriend. Taos police found Scheib's vehicle Tuesday at the Yerba Canyon trailhead. On Thursday, officials tracked his cell phone signal to a mountain in Taos. Searchers found his body on Sunday off the immediate trail, about 1.7 miles from the base of a hiking trail.
Scouring the mountains near Taos, looking for a missing man who was once the White House chef for 11 years. Let's get to News 13's Emily Younger with the very latest on the search. Emily?
Well, Aaron, Walter Scheib has been missing near the Taos Ski Valley since Saturday. Nobody knew that until Monday when he didn't show up to meet his girlfriend. The last trace of him was the car he left behind at the trailhead, and searchers say they are very concerned because they do not believe he was prepared to spend more than a few hours in the woods. It gets cold up there at night. Now, nearly 30 searchers, including teams with dogs and horses, have fanned out across the trails in the area, scouring for any sign of Scheib.
There's so many different sort of divergent interests that pull the family apart. If we can find any way to get the kids to stop looking at the screen and the parents to stop going playing tennis or whatever, get them around a table, get them talking to each other, that's all good. I'm happy to be part of that. The family table and cooking, they are one and the same. Before there was all of the great restaurants and great hotels, there was the family table. And that's why cooking really isn't about making meals. Cooking is really about sharing love. A friend of mine yesterday, that, especially during the holiday season, getting the family back around the table and having that interaction where there's food, where there's conversation, where there's the family together, this is the key. I used to be the president of a club called Club de Chef, which is chefs and heads of state from all around the world. And our motto was that politics divide, but the table unites. Now you can take that to the family too. That really is about, if you want your family to be a tight social entity, to really function too well as a group and understand each other, you got to do that over a meal. Because every cool is over a meal. It's hard to be angry with each.
We'll share this, that I believe that there is something going on. This is the second time. And once two things happen that is around the same type of situation, it kind of tells you that there must have been foul play. My opinion only. I think that his views on the world and his views about family life and togetherness and eating really good food is completely the opposite of the agenda right now. Because in my opinion, happening in the world today obviously is bioengineered food, bioengineered ingredients. Then again, we do have the fact that the elites eat better than we do, okay? They probably have the 100% beef, grass-fed beef, while we eat crickets and grasshoppers and polluted toxic food, okay? They might have those chefs that are amazing you know, foodie chefs who make awesome food and, you know, really healthy stuff. The White House chef, 11 years, 2 presidents, 1 kitchen. So that book is already out. And he was really into family, food, togetherness, good quality time, and no electronics, no phone, good family time, you know. So think about that. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Do you think it's a coincidence, or do you think there's more to the story? Both of the chefs that were found were both really good guys, and they were both focused on family first, togetherness, good food, good quality food, and together with family. So I mean, maybe that has something to do with it. Share your opinion. Share what you think. I want to hear what you have to say about the situation. What do you think is going on? Do you think that he was shut up and shut down? Or do you think that accidents happen? And hit that like and subscribe before you leave, okay guys? I have a lot of ideas coming up for the next video and the next like 4 or 5 videos actually. And you know what? It might change. Subject to change, because so is our world, right? And there's always something happening. Make sure that you tell me how you think about the things and what you think is going on. I'm not sure you have an opinion. I'd love to hear it. All right, I will see you on the next video.
I'm a murderer.